time to go see if this body ovulated. The cycle has been so bizarre. It's been really long. It's also been an emotional roller coaster. Starting out, I was already feeling defeated and exhausted, and it was like, okay, your body doesn't look like it's gonna ovulate. Like, there were no dominant follicles, which was really weird. My body's never done that before. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, there's a dominant follicle. It's growing. Your uterine lining looks great. You have fertile cervical mucus. Now we have to go see if my body actually ovulates. And obviously ovulation is huge for me. Of course, I want my body to ovulate, but I'm kind of like just dreading this 2-week wait if it does ovulate, because of course ovulation doesn't mean pregnancy. And we've seen that time and time again. And I just feel exhausted. I don't want to be negative. I'm not trying to come off as negative. I'm just tired. I'm tired. And I feel like this is very vulnerable, but it's true. Like, it's so exhausting to get excited and get your hopes up and feel like, oh my gosh, this could be it, and then get let down and let down and let down and let down. And it becomes a point where you just begin to feel kind of numb and begin to feel very exhausted from it all. And that's kind of where I am. I do know hope can be restored. I found hope earlier this week when it was like, oh, there actually is a follicle. I don't know. I'm very, very, very guarded. This is the reality of trying to conceive. You like want to stay guarded, but you want to be hopeful and you want to be excited, but you're also scared to be hopeful and excited, be let down again. And it is what it is. So let's go see what this body's doing. Will it ever be one day? I don't know. I just got really nervous. Well, that wasn't just like, oh yay, body ovulated, great news. I honestly have no idea what just happened. My uterine lining was like 12 millimeters, so that's great. But there was a follicle on my right side that was still on like the larger side, and it was hemorrhaging. And then he wrote down hemorrhaging, very complex. There was free fluid, but I don't even know what this means. So now we have to wait for my doctor to confirm or tell me what's happening, because that was new. Never seen my body do that before. The moment I saw the follicle, I was like, luffs. But it looked really weird. Like, it was like different shades. And so I was like, that's weird. He was like, yeah, it's hemorrhaging. And I was like, what does that mean? He's like, well, I can't really say. It's like, okay, just have to wait to hear back from my doc. Normally she gets back to me in the next few hours. So exhausting. I'm so over this. I'm so tired. So over it all. Thankfully, my doctor was so quick to respond and like review my ultrasound, because before I even got home, I had a message from her. She said that it does look like I ovulated. It looks like the corpus luteum hemorrhaged and bled into itself. So I don't even really know what that means. She did say, this is good news. This doesn't mean you're out this cycle. Let's do peak +7 blood work. And she always says, take a pregnancy test, peak +13, to get me in to do blood work immediately if I am pregnant, to make sure if I need to supplement something or whatever. So she was very positive, very positive. And she also did say your uterine lining is really thick. And normally when LEFS happens, your uterine lining does not remain that thick. So that's a very good sign. You know, it's a win that it looks like my body did ovulate, but I am staying very, very guarded because, you know, we've seen my body have like picture perfect cycles and I still didn't get pregnant. That this, having hemorrhaging from the corpus luteum, like, it doesn't seem like a good thing. I don't know much about it. My body's never done this before. This cycle has been such a freaking roller coaster. I don't even know if I want to take a pregnancy test this cycle. I'm going to do everything I can to take my mind off the 2-week wait and just not even hold. Again, I don't want to sound negative, but like, I'm so sick at this point in our journey of holding on to hope and having it be like the biggest letdown, and like so frustrating. Like, something needs to change moving forward. Like, we're gonna really start having the conversation of what's next, because can't keep doing what we're doing right now. I always want to show up and be very real, because I know so many of us go through these emotions, and some cycles are just so much harder than others, and some cycles you just don't have hope, or you're very guarded, and that's okay too. It's okay too. I'm just so ready for this journey to be over. So ready to move on to the next phase of life.